Hi, my name is Sean. Nice to meet you. If you don't mind me asking, could you list out the problems that you've had recently? And I'm just gonna take a couple notes on them if that's okay with you. You you want me to face that way when I'm talking? Okay, I will face that way. I get it. You're weird. You're quirky. But you want to make it big in a world where high class is everything. So how do you fit in with all the elegant, flawless celebrities with spotless skin all over social media? Spotless skin. Simple answer is you don't. Sometimes people want imperfection. There's an endless combination of both talents and personalities, and to achieve success, which combination doesn't really matter. It's how you sell yourself or how you put yourself out there. Here's why Indonesian Vine enthusiast turned hip hop rapper Rich Brian is a perfect example of staying true to your personality. Let's dive right into it. Bow. Brian was born in Indonesia's West Jakarta on September 3rd, 1999. Since he was raised in a poor social class, his parents made the decision early on to homeschool him rather than send him to a public school, so that Brian could help out at the family restaurant. In my opinion, this is one of the defining canon events that led to his success. Throughout my years of K through 12 schooling, I felt that there was always an implied pressure to not stick out, and I'm ashamed to admit that because of this fear of being perceived a certain way, I was deterred from pursuing certain endeavors that I might have if I was not afraid. Because Brian was homeschooled, I want to say that he lacked exposure to these invisible forces of constraint. Instead, he was allowed to fully embrace his comedic and inquisitive sides, using the internet as a medium. The trade-off, of course, was the accessibility to a social network at school. Although Brian did state in an interview that, quote, "I don't think I missed out on anything, not even a social life. You have no idea how many friends I met on the internet." It's also worth mentioning that he learned English through the internet's many resources, something that probably wouldn't have happened if he went to a traditional Indonesian school. He first discovered YouTube as a means of furthering his Rubik's Cube journey, by documenting his improvement, as well as searching up tutorials to improve his times. However, his discovery of comedy videos led him to create his own out-of-pocket sketches for audiences on Twitter and Vine. And because of the internet's sheer diversity in perspective, Brian was able to discover his love for foreign genres of music, namely American hip-hop. After a couple of years of content creation, Brian was signed to a little-known label you might not have heard of called 88 Rising, shortly after his viral 2016 rap song, Dat Stink. As of right now, 88 Rising is one of the fastest growing names in America's music industry. It specializes in promoting Pan-Asian music and cultures in a Western setting, through its variety of artists. According to 88 Rising CEO Sean Miyashiro, there are only two qualifications he looks for in potential recruits. First, he looks for a handmade, unique authenticity in the candidate in question. Miyashiro puts it as something you can't manufacture. Furthermore, any potential candidate should also be interested in the mutualistic relationship. They should be constantly exploring and striving to grow both the label and themselves for the sake of doing so. Now, this young Asian boy known as Rich Brian checked both of these boxes. Here's a short clip from a reaction video featuring rappers like 21 Savage, Ghostface Killah, and Tory Lanez.
I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He got a goddamn fanny pack on right there. Hell nah.
You gotta see the way he looks though. Like that's what makes it so hard.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. That's dope.
You don't think he can rap?
I think he can absolutely rap.
That nigga is sick.
Really surprising.
He's killing like 70% of Americans. Shit.
Put simply, the American hip-hop scene just wasn't something that was meant for Asian artists like Rich Brian. The general consensus at the time was that hip-hop was intrinsically tied to its African-American roots. And there were certain aspects of Brian's upbringing that didn't exactly match with the messages that the songs he made were giving off. Regardless, Brian went forth with it anyway. And what do you know? He even went on to collaborate with the rappers mentioned in the video. His infectious nonchalance and swagger combined with his approach to Asian American hip-hop made him someone that young people could relate with, and Miyashiro recognized that way before his breakthrough in the scene. If you are watching this and you're still a student living with your parents, then do what you want while you still have the freedom to do so. The older you get, the harder it becomes to work your hobbies into daily life. Don't let someone deter you from pursuing what you love. I admit that Asian American hip-hop isn't the same as traditional hip-hop, and it probably never will be. That's why Rich Brian created his own niche, one that he himself was designed for. And I'm here to tell you that you can design your own niche too, with today's sponsor. Just kidding, I don't have any sponsors yet. If you like this type of video, please let me know down in the comments, hit a like, subscribe, hit me with the full combo, yada yada, okay bye.